Join me as I take on the challenge of stuffing my face with as many delicious stuffed foods as I can in just 1 hour. From Thanksgiving turkey to Christmas goose, stuffing is a staple in many cuisines around the world, especially during the festive seasons. It's more than just a side dish, it's a symbol of warmth, comfort, and togetherness. But we've all been there, struggling to perfect the art of stuffing. You want it to be moist, flavorful, and have that perfect balance of textures. But somehow, it always ends up too dry or too soggy. Or maybe you're stuck in a flavor rut, using the same old recipe year after year. Whatever the challenge, don't worry, I've got you covered. One of the biggest obstacles to making great stuffing is getting the texture just right. You want it to be crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and not too dense or heavy. And then there's the flavor balance. You don't want it to be too salty, too sweet, or too overpowering. And let's not forget about the dreaded stuffing syndrome, when everything starts to taste the same, and you're left with a flavorless mess. So, how do you overcome these challenges? The key is to experiment, take risks, and try new things. Don't be afraid to add some unexpected ingredients or spices to give your stuffing a unique twist. And remember, it's not just about the ingredients, it's about the technique too. How you mix, how you cook, and how you present your stuffing can make all the difference. But before we dive into some amazing recipes and techniques, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when preparing stuffing. First, don't overmix. You want to keep those ingredients separate until the very end, so they retain their texture and flavor. Second, don't overcook. You want your stuffing to be cooked just enough, so it's still moist and flavorful. And finally, don't be afraid to get creative. Stuffing is a blank canvas, waiting for your personal touch. Let's start with some classic recipes: traditional bread-based stuffing with herbs and spices, sausage and apple stuffing for a savory twist, and even some vegan and gluten-free options for our friends with dietary restrictions. Then, we'll get into some more adventurous recipes like stuffing with truffles, or even dessert stuffing with chocolate and nuts. But the real game changer is this one secret ingredient that will elevate your stuffing from basic to extraordinary. Are you ready? It's foie gras. Yes, you read that right. Adding a slice or two of seared foie gras to your stuffing gives it a rich, buttery flavor that's sure to impress your guests. And the best part? It's surprisingly easy to make. Another technique that will take your stuffing to the next level is using different types of bread. I like to use a combination of rustic bread, baguette, and even some cornbread for added texture and flavor. And don't forget to add some aromatics like onions, celery, and garlic to give it that extra oomph. So, what's the secret to making the perfect stuffing? It's all about balance and harmony. You want to balance the flavors, the textures, and the presentation. You want to create something that's both familiar and exciting, comforting and surprising. And most importantly, you want to make something that brings people together. In this video, we've explored different types of stuffing, shared unique recipes, and demonstrated techniques for making delicious stuffing. Whether you're a stuffing newbie or a seasoned pro, I hope you've picked up some tips and tricks to take your stuffing game to the next level. If you're feeling inspired to get creative with your stuffing, be sure to leave a comment below with your favorite recipe or technique. And if you're looking for more holiday cooking tips and tricks, be sure to check out our next video on festive desserts. Thanks for joining me on this stuffing adventure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon to turn on notifications.